Hi, I'm Jennifer Posada. Welcome to jenniferposada.com and to the Oracle School and Community. I'm really excited to tell you today about an upcoming course I have, and it's by telephone conference, so you can attend from anywhere in the world, which is amazing and wonderful. And it's called Song of the Sibyls, Becoming a Sound Channel. So to start with, a sound channel is someone who channels sound. So that might mean channeling the song of a specific deity, like Kuan Yin, or one of her many songs. It might mean channeling the sound of the ocean, and it may not sound like the actual ocean, but like the deeper song of the ocean, the song of a tree, the song of an element, the song of any being or consciousness that may have healing offerings for yourself or others. So being a sound channel is a very exciting and beautiful thing, and I'd like to talk about why the Sibyls are going to offer their wisdom in our being able to become sound channels. So some of you may not have any idea what a Sibyl is. Sibyls were women. They were ancient prophetesses, and they were the children of nymph mothers and human fathers. So they were part human and part magical creature. And that made them very, very different. Sometimes they looked different. They were larger than most women or more petite. Sometimes they were women, sometimes they were what we would call intersexed, and they were very androgynous, some of them. Some of them, most of them, lived for hundreds of years. Another thing that made them extremely different. And here are the things that really stood out in terms of the Sibyls. So they were prophetesses, and they often sung their prophecies. And they were not able to not speak their truth. They were incapable of not speaking their truth. So as you can imagine, that didn't always gel well with everyone around them. And often, just because of their own preferences, they wished to be among their own kind, and they would live in small communities near springs and caves like their nymph mothers, where they could just be in the ecstasy that they knew just how to be in, where they could commune with the earth mother like their nymph mothers, and make sound in that ecstasy, in the caves sometimes, or anywhere else that they chose to while communing with nature. So these women were masters, these beings were masters of ecstasy and sound and prophecy. And they did not suffer fools very easily. They would make it difficult to access them, so that only the people who really wanted to find them and really had something important to ask about would. They made long, winding tunnels that were, pretty scary looking for most people, that people had to go through before they could reach the Sibyl to ask her something. Or they'd reply to a question by writing their answer on leaves. And they'd put the leaves at the mouth of the cave, and if the person who asked didn't come pretty quickly, the wind would scatter them and they'd have to try to put it back together and understand it. Or the real answer would be the first letter of each word strung together. So they wanted people to have a meaningful reason and a meaningful question, so that it would be worth the energy of their response. And they were wild women. They're often described as sort of foaming at the mouth and their hair was everywhere. Honestly, that's because they didn't give a you-know-what at all about what anybody thought of them. They were in touch with their own primal being. And yet they weren't just crazed all the time. They were incredibly poised. They knew just what they were doing. They were in touch with the very heartbeat of the universe. So, these Sibyls have incredible teachings about accessing your own true, raw voice, and how to come from that place to facilitate phenomenal healing for yourself and for others if you choose to share it. They also have incredible information and teachings about being in ecstasy, working with ecstasy and sound, communing with the deep self, speaking your truth, being in your truth. So they are women of power and bliss. They have the bliss and power that their mothers also handed down to them. And they understand what it is to walk between the worlds of human and magical creature that we all walk so much. So I am thrilled to share with you what the Sibyls have to share and to be able to offer practices that will allow you to access your voice more profoundly, even if you are already a sound healer by profession or music therapist who works with your voice or performer or anything else having to do with your voice. This will take you deeper. And not only to be able to work with sound with you all, but to work with ecstasy and to work with being able to channel any being, the song of any healing being that you would like to, or any element of nature, or whatever you choose. And that's an incredible thing to be able to do when you're bringing forward songs from the Divine Feminine, or the Divine Mother, or whatever else. That's often what the Sibyls did. It can have a radical impact not only on your life, but on the world, no matter how you do or don't choose to share it. So, we're going to have some incredible fun and open up some brand new worlds in this course. And I will be so excited to share it with those of you who choose to join. Again, all of these fall courses started filling very quickly, right away when I released them. So if you're interested, now is the moment to definitely reply. You can send me an email to make sure there's space and drop your deposit in the mail. There's more information on this course and the other courses on my website, jenniferposada.com. Just click on courses and it will let you know also how to send in your deposit to secure your space. So I can't wait to connect with you, my Sibyl friends, in that amazing way that only we could connect. And I will see you there.